Welcome back to Trading with CJ. We have a very quick update today because we've had some big news around Torchlight Energy, which is a stock that we have spoke about a couple of different times on this channel, and I do currently own. I haven't added for a while, but I do own Torchlight. So I'm going to give you all of this big news. If you appreciate this, please go ahead and smash the like and subscribe to my channel. It really is appreciated as well. We have a Discord as well, which is completely free to join. Link to that is in the description below. So let's get straight into this big news. This is just a very quick update because this news literally came out a couple of hours ago. And this is directly from Metamaterial's Twitter feed. Thank you to the record attending guests and shareholders at today's Mmat, AGM and special meeting. We have officially passed all of our resolutions with no objections. The business combination transaction with Torch has been approved. A PR will follow. Now, we haven't yet had this PR, and I was considering waiting for it, although I know a lot of you are interested in this company because I've covered this one a couple of times, and a lot of people have been asking me about this stock, so I wanted to bring this one out to you right now. I will, of course, give you all the further details when we get them. But basically, if you're not familiar with these companies, Torchlight Energy is an oil and gas company. Metamaterials is the company it is merging with. They are merging here to become listed on the NASDAQ, and that is exactly what Metamaterial wants. They want to get listed on that NASDAQ, and they're going to sell basically all of Torchlight's assets. Now, we've spoke about this before. You can check out my analysis videos to go through exactly what these companies do. This is more about the merger. Now, I'm going to go into a couple of questions we've been getting asked a lot. Just going to briefly touch on it. But I do want to point out this because this came out earlier today as well. Metamaterial eliminates $261,000 in debt. And you can see that a company called Fundo Capital de Risco Emprender, I'm not even going to bother with the rest of the name, purchased 67,597 shares of common stock for a price of $3.87, which is considerably higher than when we've been speaking about this one. And yeah, they've been awarded $261,000. And you can see here that the purchase price was at a premium to the closing of Meta shares on the CSE on March the 11th. So pretty high price they bought them out, but yeah, they've now got rid of that much thousands of debt, which is massive. Let's jump in here to the stock price currently. We're going to look at Torchlight. Torchlight at this moment in time, the market is still open. The market at this moment in time is up around about 4, almost 5% on the day. Currently hovering around the $2.80 mark, and yeah, we did see it run up quite a lot today. It went up to $3.24 at one point, a massive run, but it has somewhat declined pretty much, in the last few hours. So maybe that's a case of buy the rumors, sell the news, potentially. But nevertheless, big things are to come. The market cap is currently 406 million, considerably higher when we've been speaking about this one in the $1 range. So yeah, that's Torchlight's share price at the moment. It's on an upward trend. It's got a nice green day today. We're going to see where it goes in the coming weeks. Metamaterials, ticker symbol MMAT, has seen a nice run since the merger. We've been a bit flatlining for the last hour. Currently on $4, and this is on the Canadian Stock Exchange. Remember, these companies will be merging to become ticker symbol MMAT. You can check out previous videos on this. There are 3 main questions people seem to want to know regarding this merger. Number 1 is, when is it happening? Okay, when is it happening? Well, we know we now have the approval. It has not yet happened, okay? We are expecting this to happen towards the end of March, beginning of April. That is when we are expecting this to be completed, but we're still waiting for the press release. The second main question here is what's happening to our shares. We've already spoke about this, okay? If you own 1 share of Torchlight, you will still own 1 share, but it will now be MMAT. And if you own 1 share of Metamaterials at the moment, you will then get an additional 3 shares. So it's a 3-to-1 on Metamaterials and a 1-to-1 on Torchlight. That is how that is going to work. The next main question here is, what about the special dividend? Because anybody who holds Torchlight is going to get a special dividend from the oil and gas assets. They have a lot of oil and gas assets which are going to get sold, and that proportion of money is going to be divvied up to the company and to its shareholders. Okay, so they're going to give a certain percentage to each shareholder. Nobody knows exactly what it's going to be, and if they do tell you that, then they're completely plucking a number out of thin air. Well, there is an estimate here. It could be around the $3 range. That seems to be the general consensus. However, we don't know. It depends on how much the oil and gas assets sell for. Just to quickly show you into their presentation, which is a combination now of Torchlight and Meta, you can see here 2 things. One, it is a reverse takeover, okay? Torchlight's pre-agreement will own 25% of the combined company, like we just mentioned, and in exchange, Meta will get the 75%, 3-to-1. And you can see here as well that preferred stockholders will have the right to receive a cash dividend, like we just mentioned, or any net proceeds received from the sale or disposition of oil and gas assets owned by Torchlight prior to or earlier of December the 31st, 2021. So you should get this before December the 31st or the date which 6 months from the closing of the arrangement. Closing of the arrangement, now we need to wait for their press release here, but we imagine this will be end of March, April time, so you should get it anytime within those 6 months. That is when the dividend payout. We do not know a specific number for the payout. So that is what they've shown here on their investor presentation. Hopefully that helps clear things up a little bit with what you should be expecting with this company. Now, what's going to be happening to the share price? Okay, so we're going to focus on MMAT because obviously Torchlight may see a bit of a run coming into this merger. However, the one we're going to be holding in the end, if you are still holding it after this merger is completed, will be MMAT, and it is going to get uplisted to the Nasdaq. We know what the Nasdaq does, provides massive exposure to a lot more investors. Some brokerages out there do not trade OTC stocks, so you cannot get onto them. Speaking of brokerages, if you want to join a brokerage and you're in the US, then I have a referral link to WeBull. If you join that, you can get 2 free stocks, and it's a great way to start your investing journey. It's completely free to join. You will get a stock on joining, and when you deposit $100, you will get a second free stock. That is in the pinned comment. If you want to start investing, WeBull is an amazing US investor app, okay? If you're on the UK, I have a referral link to Freetrade as well, which metamaterials is not on at the moment, but they're always adding new stocks, so this could potentially go on there. But anyway, at the moment, they trade for around about $4 in Canadian dollars. But yeah, when this uplisted in Nasdaq, I do think we're going to see a bit of a run. I'm personally not adding to my position, but yeah, that's just my stance on this company. I think, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news is one potential case here, but the other one here is the fact that they are uplisting and they're going to get a lot of cash from those assets as well. And completing this merger, they're going to get a lot of cash. It's going to improve their finances going forward. And a lot more investors are going to now be aware of this company because it's going to get all of the Torchlight investors coming over as well. So things are looking promising. This is just a quick update, guys. When the press release comes out, we will, of course, fill you in. And if it is pretty exciting, then that is great to see. Hopefully we get it very soon. But yeah, thanks for watching this one. Let me know in the comments, are you holding Torchlight, Meta? Another question to quickly touch on here. People are saying which one's the better ones to hold. There is no preference, you know, it's completely up to you. You'll be holding Meta in the end, so if you want to not bother with worrying about this merger, etc. But if you want to get a special dividend, Torchlight is, of course, the way to go. That is your stance here on these companies. We don't know exactly what the criteria is for getting a special dividend either. We have to wait for the press release. Personally, I'm holding Torchlight, but that's because my brokerage does not allow me to invest into Meta at this moment in time. I should imagine that will change once the merger happens. But let me know your thoughts on these companies. Are you holding? Are you buying? Or have you taken any profits? Thanks for watching. If you can smash the like and subscribe to my channel, that really is appreciated. And until next time.